Number two. Topic number two is Vivid Pink. Vivid Pink. All right. Give us a call, 973-460-8931. 973-460-8931 if you want to talk about this topic, Vivid Pink. So there's another story of a shooting related to Air Jordans. This time, it was in Minnesota at a Minnesota Foot Locker over the new release of the Vivid Pink Air Jordan 12s. All right, because everyone has its own name. So this is the new release of the Vivid Pink Air Jordan 12s. Some people blame Michael Jordan and Nike over the frenzy that's caused by these sneakers year after year, multiple times a year, deaths, stabbings, muggings, whatever the case may be. It's always something when these sneakers are released. But the question is, who is actually to blame for these beatings, these deaths, these shootings that are all related to the sneakers? Now, we were talking a little bit about this during the break. What do you guys think? I mean, just jump in, chime in on it.
When initiated the problem, when can we go back and find out when was the first problem with sneakers? When did this erupted?
I think long before Jordans.
I can go back to shell tops.
Yeah, Adidas, right?
Yeah,
I think Adidas was one of the big problems. I got jumped. I remember they wanted to take them, but
Really?
It didn't work out that well.
Yeah, I waited till like I got a lot older before I was able to buy mine anyway.
Okay.
I couldn't get Converse. I had to get Pro K's. That's the best I
with
could
the
go.
one stripe. Never mind the two stripes. They were $2 cheaper.
Right.
So it really goes back, though. It's not, in my opinion, it's not Jordan. It's not Nike. It's, there's a lot more that goes into it than just the fact that these people make this sneaker. Sneakers don't make you kill. That has to be within you.
Absolutely.
Right.
I've heard of stories where and they have a name for them. They're called sneakerheads.
Right.
And I can give you a bunch of sneakerhead stories. There's stories of sneakerheads on the line to buy the new Jordans, right? Someone sees the sneakerheads. They know that they're on the line to get the Jordans. That means that they have that cash. They might have $200, $250 on them. Everybody on the line. So he goes there with the intent to rob. He tries to rob the sneakerheads. Gets shot. Sneakerhead kills the man who's trying to rob him, and then you would think maybe the sneakerhead would flee. He never lost his position in that line. He stayed in position and waited for the cops. They gave the cops all the stories, but they blamed it on the guy that was shot, which he was the one at fault. But that's how thorough these sneakerheads are. They come prepared.
That's serious.
And they come ready. There was a recent one about less than a month ago where the sneakerhead, a young kid, 19, is trying to buy some sneakers from an older guy, like 36 or something like that. So they meet. This is from Craigslist. They meet. The 30-something-year-old man is driving the car. He lets the young man who's attempting to buy the sneakers in the car. The young man pulls out a gun, right? He doesn't shoot the guy, but the gun jams. And then the young man snatches the sneakers, gets out of the car, and walks off like it's nothing. The 30-something-year-old man in the car decides to run him down. So he ran him down, ran him over, and then on a video, you see the guy, at that point, he dropped the sneakers, knocked his arm out of socket. So he's running up the block with his arm just swinging. Another issue, I can't say caused. I almost said caused by these sneakers, but I think it's caused by something internal, something within those individuals. What do you guys
people.
think?
It's straight up people. I mean, listen, I don't know why. I mean, I guess anything can happen. You have some type of value to it. And I think, I don't know, just because of Jordan and Nike and I guess anytime there's something that's supposed to be so expensive that you're not supposed to be able to get, I guess that's the thing to it. You know what I mean? Like for example, we smoke cigars. The thing about it, everybody's big on trying to get a Cuban cigar because you're not supposed to be able to get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, when you get it, you save it for like 9 years.
Yeah.
Treasure it.
And treasure
Right.
it. So I think
Not killing over it, though. Right?
no, you're not killing over it to my knowledge. Nobody's killing over it. I mean, I haven't read anything about there's been a cigar death somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. But I think that can go on with a lot of different things that people normally purchase that have great value that some people couldn't get. Like back in the day, was those 8-ball jackets.
Right.
Oh man.
Right. You know,
People got killed over that.
8-ball
That's correct.
jackets. You
The
know,
bombers.
the bombers. You know, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Was it Sherlin coats?
Yeah.
The Sharon Coach
Sheepskin
too, that was
coats,
big.
right?
Which
Yeah.
is the worst.
Sheepskin.
Sheepskin.
You guys
Sheepskin
remember
and Sharon
sheepskin?
Coach, yeah.
There was some sort of goose jacket in vibrant colors like yellow and such. These guys shot a person. These jackets were like 500 and up, around that 500 mark. They shot the guy, and then still stole the jacket. Now,
The jacket probably had
yeah,
a hole
the
in it.
jacket now is no
Ruined.
Yeah, the jacket is ruined. But these, I don't know. They don't think.
They don't think. They
I don't
think. And
I think people just need to get, they need to check their values, man. They need to check their values, because we saw that picture when the sneaker just came out here in Patterson, and the line was so long. Remember, it reminded me of a day when people were online, waiting for government cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That line was that long. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
someone
ridiculous.
posted that on Facebook. I saw that photo as well.
Like some.
I didn't post it.
No. I want to say. I want to say it's. I want to say it was Miss T. She showed a photo of somebody with some nice sneakers. All right, and the drawers. The pants were hanging down, but they had a rip in their underwear. So maybe they should have bought
Some underwear instead of the
buying these
sneakers.
sneakers.
Like you said, it's the priorities. It's
Yeah,
the
big
priorities.
time, man.
But the logical thing behind it is that Nike is placing a marketing team behind it, and they sure know how to market inner city with colors, names, and they utilize all these techniques to attract inner city. I'm not going to say inner city because now is it's a national thing to get the Jordans.
They've
right?
become collectors. Everybody buys them
Right.
to collect them now, and they don't even wear them. I mean, me personally, if I never owned a pair of Jordans myself because I was never a follower that way, and they just didn't appeal to me, and I wasn't that great at basketball at that. So
True. True.
I could play defense, but I couldn't really shoot. So, and I'm honest about it. I'm mature now to admit that. So, but the idea that Nike, that same sneaker, whether it's an Air Max, Air Force One, whether it's a tennis sneaker, basketball, et cetera, is the same price point to make that sneaker. So when they make that sneaker and they make it in limited quantities, they're also creating a problem. Obviously, they're creating a price gouging because they raise the prices. And if you go to and I'm not saying what type of people own the stores, but if you go to a local store, the guy, he paid $80 for them. They're supposed to be $200. He's selling them for $300, and he has the right to do that. I mean, listen, this is capitalism, right?
Right.
But it creates a problem, and I think that especially with younger kids that always want to follow Jordan or Curry and all these guys that play, I think the parents need to instill better values in them. To let them recognize that, hey, listen, they're here, and we're here.
Right.
We have to grow to get to that level. He's not paying for those sneakers. You know what I mean?
right.
And if parents take a little more time with their children and work the process through, I think that you'll have it'll. I mean, obviously, it's a huge problem now. But it's got to start somewhere.
Those same parents, many of them buy babies, toddlers,
Sure.
sneakers
Right.
for $70,
Right.
$80.
Sure.
I look at it. I mean, I can't do it. I can't do it. My daughter grew and grew and grew and grew. As a little kid, like a little baby, spending $80 on
Right.
sneakers.
It's ridiculous.
And those sneakers are, if you're saying, it's a cheap price point to make, adult sneakers, Air Max, Air Force Ones, whatever case may be. Think about when you look at those baby sneakers, it's not even, there's no quality in it at all because you can't, because the kids' feet are growing.
Right, there's
so
no
they
structure.
have to be nice and soft, and people are still spending $60, $70, $80.
It's unbelievable.
So I don't know if we can count on the parents to instill those values, but I agree they should.
I think that the parents that are in our age group and a little younger,
Well,
I think
I'm not in you guys' age group, but
Well, he
Okay.
said a little. He said a little
Oh,
younger.
y'all
I
are
just
younger.
want, I
So
just
you're
want
there.
the viewers to know.
Any of the parents that are anywhere between 35 and 55, okay, a lot of those parents themselves came up being sneakerheads.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I mean, I remember being out at a local bar and I'm running into a guy I hadn't seen like 20 years. I went to high school with him, and he's got the new Jordans on at that time or whatever, and he's like, what's up, Dave? We start talking. I saw nice sneakers. He goes, yeah, what's your sneaker game like? I said, sneaker game? I'm a grown man. I got shoes.
Right.
I said, I got these Ferragamos on there, the 600. I don't know how much you paid for yours, but I mean, that's where I'm at. I'm a grown man now,
Right,
you know.
right.
And
You got to change clothes.
yeah, you have to, grow with
That's
that.
right.
And some of us, even me sometimes, I'm a hip hop head. And I'm not saying that hip hop people or people that follow any particular type of genre is based on your age group, but like myself, I'm a hip hop head, and people, when I talk to them and they see me with the white goatee, and I'm under 50, by the way, and they see me and they say, man, how could you like hip hop? And I'm like, huh? That's what I grew up on, you know.
Right.
And even with the soul music, Tinu, I grew up in housing developments. I don't use the word projects, and and that's where we grew up. My friends' parents all played, Black Ivory, Main and Green, and so I grew up on that music. So when I run into people that are in their 60s and 70s, and they're like, "How do you know that music?" I said, "Because probably your cousin was playing it somewhere, and I heard it."
Right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Folks, if you want to chime in on the Vivid Pink post, look for that post on our Facebook group. It's the Urban Renaissance Arts and Entertainment group on Facebook. We'll take our next break, and we have some more music dedicated to the ladies, celebrating the ladies. This is a great girl group, TLC. We'll be right back with the Urban Renaissance Internet Radio Show.